Hello, Just Jax here and welcome to my channel. Little experiment. I want to see, I have some already mixed up resin here. Janchun epoxy, 2 parts, equal measurement. I want to see if I can layer some torn up book in a coaster, in resin. Well, I've chosen a coaster because I thought it'd be a nice flat area to start with. I'm thinking of going clear, maybe clear all the way actually, maybe, we'll see. I have tweezers because I think this is going to be the best way to put these in, because I need to, well, it might be by hand, so I need to try and lay them in like that so that the resin soaks in to the paper. So, and this is a bit of a quick start because I already had this resin made for another project, which did not need this much. And I have already filled a no waste bear experimental piece. And right now, right, let's try and do this, maybe cocktail stick. And push it down ever so slightly, and I'm going to sandwich it with resin, so I'm not going to have these cross over one another because that will create an air pocket. Right, let's try and cover them. And create a bit of an overlay. So I'm going to try and do. I'm going to probably do one more before the coaster is too full. It's quite close. I think I can do one more and then that's it. Okay, so we are going to go put that on the mat, and then when we come back, pop it out. Okay, this has cured. It will answer questions, but as you can see, that is a far from smooth finish. I had a bad day in the resin studio, and a lot of the items that I did, so I'll do some batch making these days because I need to take up so much space in order to do it. So instead of doing like one little thing a day, I'll try and do a number. With that, however, comes what happened with this and a few others issues. This is, I think you can see if I stick my nail in there, not, in fact I can do that, not completely cured. So it's going to answer a question, but it is going to bring up others, which I think I have the answers to, and I think I know why it hasn't cured properly. Usually, my epoxy takes 4 to 8 hours to cure completely, then I just have to leave it to cool, obviously. This took about 12 hours to show any signs of firming up, and even now, you shouldn't be able to do this with fully cured epoxy. I think there was a combination of things go wrong on that day. I think there was improper stirring. The spoons that I was using, well, this is what I think anyway. Anyone out there who has greater knowledge and experience than I, you might be able to correct me or tell me if what I believe is true. they were like really thin with just a spoony bit on the end. Now, even though I stirred for the same amount of time that I normally would, I'm thinking that perhaps it didn't stir as well because it was only really the scoop of the spoon at the end that was doing all the stirring. The rest was just like, you know, not stirring it as well as it could have been. Also, it was a damp day, so I'm wondering if that played a part of it as well. Though I haven't had that issue in the past. I've been doing this for a little over a year now, and this is the first time that I've had major issues. So all of that being said, let's pop this poor thing out. This very poor thing. And oh my days, can you see it's got issues? It looks like a battered about ashtray. That, I don't know if you can, yeah, it looks like, I mean, I'm losing my voice. If I was going for this effect, oh, perfect. And although I said I didn't mind it not being perfect, I wasn't expecting it to be that bad. You can see it's still coming away a little bit stringy. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. You might be able to. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, this... Oh, in fact, we can even take the lip off the coaster off. So, and this is now officially about 4 days later. Hang on. Yeah, 4 days later. And it's not going. This is as good as it's going to get. Which isn't good. Now, the effect of the print inside I really like. Because it's the paper soaked it up. But the black text has stayed solid. It's got a really cool transparent look to the text, which I really like. It's like it was printed on tracing paper. So I am going to try this again on another resin day. And sadly I have to dispose of this because there's nothing I can do with it. It's not, if part of it had cured in the slightest, just so we can see, there we go, it's not. The paper is all that's holding it together right now. There we go. It hasn't cured. It's clinging on to life. If the main of that had cured and I could just scrape away the stuff that wasn't so perfect, I could do something with it. But this I can't do anything with. It's not going to cure. Unless anybody out there knows how you can take it back from this point. I did have a thorough look online to see if I could find any way to recover such a disaster, and there doesn't seem to be a way. It seems to basically be scrap it, start again. So, yeah, shame because that had such a good effect. So we are going to come back to this one again in the future and see if we can do this with properly mixed resin. I will change my stirrers and save those spoons for just scooping stuff out and see if we can make this work. Well, thank you so much for stopping by and checking me and my channel out. I hope you found this useful somehow. Let it be a lesson. Really, really, really stir your resin and don't use one of the spoons that I use that are literally like a cocktail stick with a scoop on the end. Unless, like I say, anyone out there doesn't believe it was that, they believe it was something else, then please do let me know. Well, like if you like what you see, comment if you got something to say, and subscribe if you really like what you see and you want to see more, hopefully better. Thank you all again so much. Take care and see you in the next one.